Hello and welcome to quiz class. Today we have 100 questions on 1970s music. Let's begin with question number 1. What is the first name of the 1970s British superstar musician Elton John? Reginald, Kenneth, or Dwight? Reginald. Which artist was not welcome to the Fleetwood Mac lineup in 1975? Stevie Nicks, Kirby Gregory, or Lindsey Buckingham? Kirby Gregory. Question 3. Which 1977 musical film is one of the best-selling soundtracks of all time? Grease, Flashdance, or Saturday Night Fever? Saturday Night Fever. Which band was not part of the mid-1970s punk rock movement? The Pogues, Ramones, or Sex Pistols? The Pogues. Which ABBA song won the 1974 Eurovision Song Contest? Dancing Queen, Waterloo, or Money, Money, Money? Waterloo. Which band used a giant inflatable pig during their 1977 Animals tour? The Clash, AC/DC, or Pink Floyd? Pink Floyd. What is the full title of Bob Dylan's 1975 comeback album, Blood on the Water, Tracks, or Books? Tracks. What was the name of Led Zeppelin's 1970s private plane? The Starship, the Lead Balloon, or the Star Zeppelin? The Starship. Which music star began their solo career with the 1972 song Got to Be There? Jackson Browne, Jimi Hendrix, or Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson. Who was the 1970s queen of disco? Donna Summer, Gloria Gaynor, or Diana Ross? Donna Summer. Which 1970 Black Sabbath album is considered a heavy metal milestone? Paranoid, Android, or Radiohead? Paranoid. Which music genre is not part of the 1970s act Blondie's sound? Folk, disco, or new wave? Folk. What was the title of Bruce Springsteen's 1975 commercial breakthrough album? Born to Run, The River, or Greetings from Asbury Park, New Jersey? Born to Run. Which artist's backing band formed as Eagles in 1971? Bonnie Raitt, Linda Ronstadt, or Emmylou Harris? Linda Ronstadt. Which artist's classic period includes the 1970s album Inner Visions and Songs in the Key of Life? Stevie Wonder, Quincy Jones, or Lionel Richie? Stevie Wonder. What is The Who's massive 1970s hit album Tommy an example of? Rock trilogy, rock opera, or double album? Rock opera. What instrument did Karen Carpenter frequently play on 1970s Carpenter's recordings? Drums, guitar, or keyboard? Drums. Which city gave the name for David Bowie's album trilogy of Low, Heroes, and Lodger? London, Berlin, or Madrid? Berlin. Which comedic style was incorporated into Frank Zappa's 1970s music releases? Satire, slapstick, or sketch? Satire. Question 20. What type of accident killed several members of the band Lynyrd Skynyrd in 1977? Car, train, or plane? Plane. Under what personal circumstances was Janis Joplin's 1971 album Pearl released? Posthumous, postpartum, or post-breakdown? Posthumous, excuse me, posthumous. Posthumous is the answer. In which U.S. city was the 1979 riot Disco Demolition Night? Boston, Chicago, or Detroit? Chicago. What type of rock was the 1970s act T-Rex? Punk, blues, or glam? Glam. Which artist released the 1976 hit The Boys Are Back in Town? Thin Lizzy, Scrawny Lizzy, or Dizzy Lizzy? Thin Lizzy. What is the full title of Heart's 1975 debut album, Dreamboat? Annie, Billy, or Carrie? Annie. Which British group broke up in April 1977 during their promotional album tour for Something Magic? Procol Harum, the Paramounts, or the Moody Blues? Procol Harum. What did Stevie Nicks write the 1975 song Rhiannon about? An Irish banshee, a Welsh witch, or a Scottish rose? A Welsh witch. What theme was part of Kansas's 1978 debut ballad, Dust in the Wind? Dance hall, philosophy, or patriotism? Philosophy. Which 1977 Steely Dan album is noted for its pristine production? Aha, Ava, or Orla? Aha or Aja. I'm not sure about that pronunciation. What type of inferno is titled in the Trammps' 1976 hit? Tornado, disco, or volcano? Disco Inferno. Which artists were not part of the 1970s blues rock revival? Santana, ZZ Top, or Stevie Ray Vaughan? Santana. What was the Sex Pistols' 1977 song God Save the Queen an example of? Patriotic pro-monarchistic song, anti-establishment anthem, or communist propaganda? Anti-establishment anthem. Which artist had a '79 disco hit with a main event fight? Bette Midler, Barbra Streisand, or Goldie Hawn? Barbra Streisand. What was Grace Jones's career before releasing music in the 1970s? Songwriting, modeling, or acting? Modeling. What stage effect was the 1970s group Electric Light Orchestra known for? Protest art, light displays, or go-go dancers? Light displays. Who had a late 1970s band called Blue Angel before their solo career? Cyndi Lauper, Madonna, or Bonnie Tyler? Cyndi Lauper. What was the full title of Supertramp's 1979 album, Breakfast in Australia, America, or Argentina? America. Who wrote Olivia Newton-John's 1971 hit song, Not For You? Bob Dylan, James Taylor, or Leonard Cohen? Bob Dylan. What type of pop was the early 1970s artist Judy Sill? Baroque, bubblegum, or blues? Baroque. What band is not an example of the rise of arena rock in the mid-1970s? Journey, Boston, or Genesis? Genesis. What musical influence was not behind the Police's 1970s sound? Reggae, gospel, or rock? Gospel. Which female artist sang backing vocals for Joe Cocker and Eric Clapton in the 1970s? Judy Collins, Annie Lennox, or Rita Coolidge? Rita Coolidge. Which mid-1970s song was Bob Marley's international breakthrough hit? Is This Love, I Shot the Sheriff, or No Woman, No Cry? No Woman, No Cry. Which song was on Neil Young's 1972 album Harvest? After the Gold Rush, Heart of Gold, or Harvest Moon? Heart of Gold. Who released the 1971 live album At Fillmore East? The Marshall Tucker Band, the Doobie Brothers, or the Allman Brothers Band? The Allman Brothers Band. What type of instruments were part of the 1970s group Chicago's rock sound? Wind, brass, or acoustic? Brass. What is the fact about Billy Joel's 1973 hit, Piano Man? It's ghost-written, it's semi-autobiographical, or it's pro-Nixon? It's semi-autobiographical. What artistic medium did Yoko Ono work in before pursuing music in the 1970s? Costume design, screenwriting, or avant-garde art? Avant-garde art. Who broke through with the 1974 electronic music album Autobahn? Depeche Mode, Kraftwerk, or New? Kraftwerk. Halfway through question 50. Which female artist rose to international prominence through her role in the 1970 documentary Woodstock? Joni Mitchell, Joan Baez, or Janis Joplin? Joan Baez. Which 1970s band was a pioneer of art rock? Queen, Talking Heads, or Pixies? Talking Heads. Which artist won 3 Album of the Year Grammy Awards in the 1970s? Paul Simon, Stevie Wonder, or Paul McCartney? Stevie Wonder. What talent was 1970s singer Phoebe Snow known for? Polyinstrumentation, songwriting, or vocal range? Vocal range. Which 1960s female artist began a career comeback in the 1970s? Tina Turner, Nina Simone, or Whitney Houston? Tina Turner. Which band released their self-titled debut album in 1978? The Police, The Cure, or The Cars? The Cars. What was not a renowned feature of the 1970s band Kiss live performance? Kissing fans, makeup, or pyrotechnics? Kissing fans. Who was the 1970s godfather of soul? Ray Charles, Barry Manilow, or James Brown? James Brown. Peter, who released their hit Comes Alive live album in 1976. Peter Gabriel, Pete Townsend, or Peter Frampton? Peter Frampton. What 1970s group did Grace Slick belong to? The Byrds, Jefferson Starship, or Jefferson Airplane? Jefferson Airplane. Which album was Elvis Costello's 1977 debut? This Year's Model, Armed Forces, or My Aim is True? My Aim is True. Which musician's solo variety show first aired in 1975? Dionne Warwick, Cher, or Patti LaBelle? Cher. Which progressive rock group released their self-titled debut album in 1974? Yes, Rush, or Cream? Rush. Which artist won back-to-back Grammy Record of the Year awards in 1973 and 1974? Aretha Franklin, Gladys Knight, or Roberta Flack? Roberta Flack. Which artist did not perform a James Bond theme song in the 1970s? Petula Clark, Shirley Bassey, or Cyndi Lauper? Petula Clark. What did Bonnie Raitt protest against in the 1970s? Nuclear weapons, conversion therapy, or the USSR? Nuclear weapons. How old was Michael Jackson when the Jackson 5's first single, I Want You Back, topped the charts in 1970? 11, 12, or 13? 11. Who wrote Captain and Tennille's 1975 song, Love Will Keep Us Together? Howard Greenfield, Paul Anka, or Neil Sedaka? Neil Sedaka. What did the 1970s band Bachman Turner Overdrive derive their name from? A test rocket, filmmaking equipment, or Trucker magazine? A Trucker magazine. Which 1970s American song was banned on some US radio stations because of the perceived drug reference in its lyrics? I Need You, A Horse with No Name, or Tin Man? A Horse with No Name. Which New York City neighborhood inspired Paul Simon's 1972 song Me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard? Harlem, Chelsea, or Queens? Queens. Which instrument solo in Jerry Rafferty's 1978 hit Baker Street is iconic in music history? Saxophone, trumpet, or clarinet? Saxophone. How many Grammy Awards did Carole King receive for her 1971 Tapestry record? 2, 3, or 4? 4. Who was Sharona Nanak's 1979 song, My Sharona? The singer's girlfriend, the singer's wife, or the singer's unrequited love? The singer's girlfriend. The people of which U.S. state are honored in the 1971 song Tiny Dancer? California, Washington, or Tennessee? California. Which singer-songwriter filmed a starring role in the late 1970s in The Jazz Singer? Neil Diamond, Frank Sinatra, or Barry Manilow? Neil Diamond. Who released the 1975 smash hit You Sexy Thing? Hot Milk, Hot Chocolate, or Hot Espresso? Hot Chocolate. Which 1979 Chic song later provided the bass line for Sugar Hill Gang's Rapper's Delight? Fun Times, Bad Times, or Good Times? Good Times. What skill was 1970s artist Minnie Riperton not known for? Whistle register, harmonica playing, or 5-octave vocal range? Harmonica playing. What fruit was Harry Nilsson's 1971 hit song named after? Coconut, lime, or mango? Coconut. Which artist's career was not launched with the all-female rock band The Runaways' debut 1976 album? Pat Benatar, Joan Jett, or Lita Ford? Pat Benatar. Which musician made their acting debut in the 1975 film Tommy? Liza Minnelli, Tina Turner, or Donna Summer? Tina Turner. Which artist's 1976 song Play That Funky Music developed from a club audience member's suggestion? Blonde Berry, Red Strawberry, or Wild Cherry? Wild Cherry. Which Rod Stewart song was originally released in 1971 as the B-side to Reason to Believe? Forever Young, Maggie May, or Rhythm of My Heart? Maggie May. Which 1978 song was an anthem for the LGBTQ+ community and a dance floor staple? YMCA, We Will Rock You, or Dancing Queen? YMCA. Which artist's performance at Woodstock in 1969 launched her 1970s career? Janis Ian, Kate Wolf, or Melanie? Melanie. What was the O'Jays' 1973 song Love Train an anthem for? Unity and Peace, The War on Drugs, or Free Love? Unity and Peace. produced Bette Midler's 1972 album, The Divine Miss M? Tom Dowd, Alan Parsons, or Barry Manilow? Barry Manilow. How many weeks was Paul McCartney and Wings' 1976 song Silly Love Songs at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100? 5, 6, or 7? 5. How did Graham Parsons' mentoring of Emmylou Harris influence her 1970s music sound? Made it folk, made it country rock, or made it pop? Made it country rock. Which artist's 1972 Billboard Top 100 hit, I'll Be Around, solidified their place in the soul music scene? The Temptations, the Spinners, or the Four Tops? The Spinners. What was Vicki Sue Robinson's 1976 song, Turn the Beat Around, an anthem for? Disco, rock, or R&B? Disco. What is not true about Maureen McGovern's 1973 song The Morning After from the film The Poseidon Adventure? It won an Academy Award for Best Original Song. McGovern performed it in the film, or it reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. McGovern performed it in the film. (1972's Walk on the Wild Side was the biggest hit for which artist? John Cale, Iggy Pop, or Lou Reed? Lou Reed. Which movement is Helen Reddy's 1972 hit I Am Woman an iconic anthem of? Gender equity in developing countries, equal pay, or the women's liberation movement? The women's liberation movement. What material is associated with Glenn Campbell's 1975 cowboy hit? Rhinestone, sequin, or satin? Rhinestone. What instrument was 1970s rock star Suzi Quatro a pioneer of? Bass, drums, or electric guitar? Bass. Which artist covered the 1975 song Don't Leave Me This Way, making it a 1977 #1 hit? Frida Payne, Thelma Houston, or Marilyn McCoo? Thelma Houston. The Partridge Family hit #1 in 1970 with their debut single, I Think About You, I Hate You, or I Love You? I Think I Love You. What film was Roberta Flack's 1972 song The First Time I Ever Saw Your Face, I hit from? Play Misty for Me, Dirty Harry, or High Plains Drifter? Play Misty for Me. And number 100, who was the 1977 song Lonely Boy a signature hit for? Kenny Edwards, Andrew Gold, or Peter Asher? Andrew Gold. And our bonus question, which three brothers are staying alive in the hit movie song? Let us know the answer in the comments and how well you did. Thanks for playing this quiz, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.